Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very exciting session on Candid Meena. And in today's session, we'll be talking about the fact that Mr. Annamalai has objected to a certain policy of the central government. And what exactly is that policy? We'll be talking about that. And also the fact that Mr. Ranveer Singh has been banned by a large section of the Bollywood. For what purposes is he banned? And also the fact that very interestingly we have more news which we would like to talk about, especially with the fact that there is a certain horrible incident which happened in Meenakshi temple in Madurai, and also with regards to the Twisha Sharma case update as well. So all this and much more in this particular interesting session. Yes, welcome Dina, welcome Sunita, welcome Priya. So jumping straight on to Annamalai's news, and we have that Annamalai has opposed the union government's sudden implementation of the CBSE three-language requirement for the ongoing academic year, calling the move an unnecessary mental stress on students. And what triggered the controversy is because the issue began after the CBSE board circulated a directive requiring students of class 9 and 10 to study the three languages starting July 1st of this year. And so previously it was two languages which was required in Tamil Nadu, mainly, of course, Tamil and English. But right now, Modi ji and Amit Shah, they are proposing a three-language for the CBSE board, which could be Tamil, English, and any Indian language, whether it is Hindi or whether it is Malayalam or Telugu. But most of the Tamil people are, of who support TVK, they are afraid that Hindi will be imposed on, the students of CBSE in Tamil Nadu. Now, Annamalai said that he has no problem with the center imposing the three-language policy in the CBSE, but it is regarding the timing of the implementation of the policy, not necessarily the policy itself. He said that it can create a lot of stress on the students, and it won't give schools preparation time. And so this has a PIL has been challenging the CBSE directive, and it is filed in the Supreme Court by parents and teachers from multiple cities. So this is, I do agree with Annamalai in this particular aspect, friends, because as it is, students of the CBSE board are, they have to study. There's a lot of stress and pressure on the students to perform in CBSE exams. So this should be gradually, the three-language policy should be slowly rolled out and not put pressure on the schools and the students. So I do agree with that.
Yeah. So why is it that Tamil Nadu reacts strongly to language policies is a question that many people ask, Jaidev. And see, language politics in Tamil Nadu has a very deep historical roots. The state has traditionally followed a two-language system, Tamil and English, and has strongly resisted attempts perceived as promoting Hindi through a central policy. So many political groups and educational activists believe the new implementation indirectly pressurizes schools towards Hindi adoption, even though the center argues that students can choose any Indian language. Now, Tamil Nadu's resistance stems from fear of cultural and linguistic dilution, concerns over federal autonomy, and memories of anti-Hindu agitations from previous decades. And this is why even administrative circulars on language education quickly become politically charged in the state. Now, one thing I really don't understand is that, one should think that, any sort of knowledge makes you more stronger. So if the more you learn languages, the more, you have these linguistic capabilities, the more stronger you become as a person. This is the only state that I find wants to go back in time. So now with AI and all, it's so easy to learn languages. See, in fact, let me also tell you an example. See, if you listen to any movie which the language is unfamiliar, if you keep on listening to their serials or their films, you will start speaking it, and that is an advantage for you. Suppose you go to Maharashtra and you speak Marathi, or you go to Assam and speak Assamese. People really enjoy, talking to you, and they welcome you. So when you're in India, you have the luck of learning different cultures, different languages, different cuisines. So this is something that we should accept very openly. And I would tell the Tamilians, modern Tamilians, please learn everything under the sun if you want to be a true Indian, and accept each and every person, as a friend. Then only will you start moving forward. So this is something, Jaydev, I see rather ridiculous. As you said, of course, for the children, it can be done, in a slow manner so that they get used to it. But I'm sure AI is going to help them a lot. So let me just take a few comments. Welcome, Sunita, Leena. As it is, Dharmendra Pradhan has caused embarrassment for the BJP government. Hope he gets sacked soon. Now, let me tell you one thing, Parag. Here, I would disagree with you because everybody believes that Dharmendra Pradhan is the main person who helped West Bengal, reach this position. The amount of work he has put, there is amazing. So this is what I've heard. So I think he has got a lot of qualities which we really don't know about. Now, Lena says from class 9, one can learn language. It has to be taught from a younger class. See, earlier we used to have to, sort of by heart things when we were school children. But now with all these audiovisual and easy learning tools, it's very important that children learn to move around the world with ease and learn more languages. So this is my advice, Jaydev. Yes, that is true. I've started to understand some Korean with the same manner. So, earlier, I'll also tell you, see, though we are enemies with Pakistan, whenever I've watched Pakistani serials, I have seen that my Urdu becomes very fluent. So it's just about watching and learning. There's no, they may be your enemies or whatever, but learning a new language is always your strength. So Lena says, uh, when my father got transferred from Maharashtra to West Bengal, I could not learn Bengali. It was tough. Then after 2 years, my dad got transferred to Gujarat. How to learn Gujarati is what Lena says. And I'm sure there are a lot of audiovisual tools, Lena. Also, from the very beginning, amidst all the politicians of the past till date, instill fear regarding various issues in Tamil Nadu, thereby making it, yes, that is the word, Sunita, regressive. They're making it a regressive society. How well you have put it. Now, this is exactly what I wanted to say. You have summed it up very well in a little paragraph of yours, that they are becoming regressive. And who are the people who are helping them to become regressive? It is the politicians. Understand that. Politicians are really not your friend. You want to learn something, go to professors, go to people who are willing to teach you. Politicians will change sides every time there's horse trading and all that. So that I wouldn't want to even go there. Yes, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, so one thing is for sure that even Sanskrit should be added in the optional, language, the three language policy, because I would like to see more students study Sanskrit. So this is something which I would like to
So,
see.
in the case of Annamalai, all he is saying is that his
Yes,
position is that do not impose the policy mid-session.
immediately. Yeah, the
Give
timing.
schools preparation time, follow the originally announced, gradual implementation, which is rather reasonable. And this distinction matters politically because it allows him to align with the main concerns of the people. Yeah, back to you, Jim.
Yeah, Annamalai is having against having alliance with any Dravidian party.
But
Yes,
yeah,
Amarnath. So
Amarnath.
Annamalai is becoming very very active these days, and it is very nice to see him, growing strength to strength, especially after the Tamil Nadu election. Now, what is very sad is, friends, that in Meenakshi Temple in Madurai, a brutal murder has happened of a 17-year-old boy. His name is Gupendran, and he was chased and hacked to death allegedly by a five-member gang in the early hours near the temple's parking complex. And this killing reportedly occurred in one of the city's busiest and most heavily monitored religious zones. And Annamalai has criticized the current TVK government of this violence happening near the temple area, and they are busy remaining in celebratory mode while the law and order has gone down. So this is a very important, disturbing point which Mr. Annamalai has raised. This gruesome murder happening in near Madurai temple parking. It is not a joke. So, what is the where is the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu? Mr. Vijay has to answer. How did this gruesome murder happen? What is the police investigation? Have they? Is there a serious police investigation for this murder? Who are the people responsible? And what is the punishment which is going to be handed out to the criminals? So this is something which Mr. Vijay has to answer, and Annamalai is going the right way, and I do hope that either BJP gives him the state president of Tamil Nadu post, or some say that he is going to form his own new party. But whatever it is, Tamil Nadu needs a person like Annamalai to save the state. Yes.
Yeah, Parag says the CM in black is simply incompetent. And Zombie says Anna is a gem, unfortunately ignored by BJP. And Lena says Tamil Nadu wants to show they are different from the rest of India. So here also, it's the politicians who are making them do this, Lena. And Parag says Sanskrit is a part of Indian identity and culture. And Dhanashri says, please do watch Marathi movie Diol Band 2, which is doing business than Bollywood movies. But story is better than OMG 1 and OMG 2. So this is something we must watch because Dhanashri does, review and refer good movies. So thank you, Dhanashri, for that. Extremely nice of you. Now, let's move to what began as a casting controversy around Dawn 3 is now turning into one of Bollywood's biggest legal and power struggles in recent years. At the center of it is actor Ranveer Singh, filmmaker Farhan Akhtar, and the powerful Film Workers Body Federation of Western India, Cine, employees better known as FWYICE. This issue reportedly started after Ranveer Singh exited Dawn 3, a film that had already generated enormous anticipation after being positioned as the next chapter in one of Bollywood's most iconic franchises. According to multiple reports, producers allege that the scheduling chaos and reputational damage, figures ranging between 40 and 45 crores, has been mentioned in media reports, and that's where the situation escalated. Now, let me tell you something, friends. It's very obvious. You want to play a video, Jaidev, or is that just an image?
Image.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing is very obvious that after the movie Durandar came out, everybody seems to be highly depressed. People are not acting. They've gone into hibernation. I'm talking about all the Khans and Farhan Akhtar. Now, Farhan Akhtar's production house, Excel Entertainment, has alleged that the sudden departure caused them significant financial strain, claiming losses of approximately 45 crores. And the producers filed a complaint with the IFTDA, which has then escalated to FWICE. The industry body took issue with the timing of the actor's exit, arguing that it disrupted the livelihoods of numerous workers, technicians, and crew members who had been prepared for the shoot. I don't know from when, Farhan Akhtar and his daddy has started caring about the employees. Now, the FWICE non-cooperation directive, following the complaint, attempted to mediate the issue and invited Ranveer to address the situation in person. After receiving no response to three separate requests and eventually receiving a reply from the actor's representative stating that FWICE did not have jurisdiction over their contractual dispute, the Federation issued a non-cooperative directive. So now this is something that's, very, very strange. Now, I just want to tell you something very, very interesting with regards to Farhan Akhtar. Okay. Now, Farhan Akhtar, according to what's now trending on Twitter, is that see, according to him, people in Twitter, they are saying Farhan Akhtar is one of Bollywood's biggest progressive faces who constantly pushed political and ideological narratives through movies and public statements. He promoted love jihad narratives in Tufan, the movie Tufan, through characters like Aziz, Ali, and Pooja Shah. The second point, he asked people to protest against CAA in 2019 because it didn't allow citizenship to illegal Muslim immigrants. He posted an inaccurate Indian map excluding POK. Then he also cheated on his first wife, according to this a person on Twitter. Then cheated again in another relationship. So I say this is alleged. So, but we also know that he has changed partners. Now he's told very important point that we want to bring out here is that apparently he has allegedly stolen the script idea of Bhag Mika Bhag from Aditya Thar, none other than the person who directed and made Dhurandhar. Now, he is also a selective activist who stays silent on issues related to Hindus. And also, he was part of the Bollywood ecosystem, accused of normalizing anti Hindu narratives for decades. So he has been fooling Indians with the image of being an atheist and brainwashing youth with his soft propaganda, but no industry and no links with any mafia can save him now. Because you remember, even when Riya Chakrabarti ran, to hide after the Sushant Singh murder, she got refuge in his house. Now, the father is no less. We are talking about Javed Akhtar. Javed Akhtar's movies were also very, very anti-Hindu. He wrote movies with an honest Maulana or Khan a narrative. So there was always the Pandit was always sly and scheming, and he stole scripts from Hollywood. And it is said that this Sholay was frame by frame a copy of some 6 to 7 odd spaghetti Western classics. Now, see, this son and father are always, against Sanatana Dharma. So, we're not surprised. So, with Durandar, coming into focus, and with Ranveer making so much money, this man must have thought he'll also make some money out of Ranveer Singh, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, so yeah, I would like to add some points, very important points. Ranveer Singh, according to certain reports, was not very happy with the nature of the character in Dawn 3. Okay. And Farhan Akhtar wanted him to portray, a very mild character in Dawn 3, while Ranveer wanted a very darker character. And Ranveer was not happy with the script of Dawn 3. And also, producers later alleged that his exit caused major production losses. And that's what led to the FWICE dispute. But one thing is for sure that Shah Rukh Khan acted in the previous Dawn franchise. So, Farhan Akhtar is very good friends with Shah Rukh Khan. So, it is quite possible that purposefully in Dawn 3, he could have made a script making Ranveer Singh look his character look weak compared to SRK in the previous franchise of Dawn. So this could also be a very big reason, and it is quite clear that after the success of Dhurandhar 2, Ranveer Singh's value has shot up like anything, whether it is in the advertisement field that he's endorsing more than 40 endorsement deals across luxury brands. He's paid 3 to 5 crore rupees per campaign in advertisements. His Instagram post, is 80 lakhs rupees per post. So, which means to say, he is completely ruling the not only the film industry of Bollywood but also the advertisement, industry, and also the celebrity influencer industry. So what does this say? The whole of Bollywood is apparently, obviously, I would say, jealous of his success after Durandar 2. So the whole Bollywood mafia has ganged up against him,
Yeah.
and this is
Also,
the result. Yes.
yeah. Also, Jaydev, please remember there is a strong segment of the public that believes Bollywood celebrities should remain neutral or align themselves with nationalistic causes. When figures like the Akhtars, father and son, the son is the chip of the old block, use their platforms to critique the state or political ideologies, it triggers intense backlash from those who see such actions as being unpatriotic or working against the national interest. Now, for the Akhtars and their supporters, criticizing the government and advocating for a secular, pluralistic society is the highest form of patriotism. In fact, they would have been the people who coined these words, secular, pluralistic. For their critics, these same critiques are perceived as attacks on the foundation of India and an alignment with forces that threaten national stability. In the case of Dawn 3, while the professional fallout is grounded in contractual and financial disputes, the public discourse often becomes colored by these existing political divisions, as people's opinions on the individuals involved are already often fixed based on these broader ideological clashes. So we know, so that's why people are very, very angry with the father and the son, with the way they behave. In fact, the this person who also belongs to this film, body, Ashok Pandit, who was earlier seen as a BJP guy, is now siding with these people, and then he's suddenly scared and he's saying that no, 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 we did not push Ranveer out. So now they're also now going into fear mode, in a sort of fearful manner. They are retreating. So that means they are now scared that some action will be taken on them. you know. So let me just thank God Farhan didn't consider taking SRK for this Dawn series, says Sunita. And the stupid person, Fadu Farhan, was blank when a journalist asked him, CAA, such a person Joker he is. You remember, and the funny thing is, when he got divorced to this lady who was a, hairdresser, that lady went and married, this actor, I forget his name, but Don Morio, what is his name? Dino Morio. Dino Morio's brother in Goa. And as you know, Dino Morio was very, involved in what happened during the SSR case. Now, all these people are linked in many, many ways. So please understand, when as Jaydev said, when the people are, attacking Ranveer, this is a cabal. This is not a body, a film body that is protecting the lightmen and the chaiwala and all that. No, no, no. That never happened in the history of Bollywood. I don't think Shah Rukh Khan or any of these Khans have cared for the tea wala or the the lightman. No, suddenly because of Ranveer, they are worried that these people won't get paid. Is a huge big lie. Yeah.
Yeah, the stupid person. Yeah. So coming to just the last news which we have for you is regarding the Twisha Sharma case. So if you could just tell us what is the latest.
Yeah. So moving on to the Twisha case, which is a very, very sad case. Now the CBI on Monday has registered an FIR in the death of Twisha Sharma, who was found hanging at her marital home in Bhopal on May 12th. Taking over the investigation from the state office is what has been reported. The agency sent a team from here to Bhopal to take charge of the investigation. The team of the Special Crime Unit met the Bhopal office, police officials and collected the necessary documents and evidence. After the meeting, the CBI re-registered the state police FIR as its own case. According to the procedure, the Central Probe Agency starts an investigation referred by the state police by re-registering the police FIR, which becomes the starting point of the investigation. The outcome of the probe is given in a final report filed before a competent court. Hearing the case on Monday, Supreme Court bench of Chief Justice of India Surya Kant and Justice Joymala Bagchi said it will ensure the investigation is fair, independent and impartial investigation. The Bhopal police had registered an FIR under Section 85 and 3 of the Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita, along with sections of the Dowry Prohibition Act naming Trisha's husband Samarth Singh and mother-in-law Giribala Singh. We would like to impress upon the family members of the victim as well as the accused that instead of making statements in public or before a media platform, they should get their versions recorded before the investigating agency so that no prejudice or adverse impact is had on the ongoing investigation. The family of the 33-year-old model turned actor has accused her in-laws of pushing their daughter to her death, and her in-laws have claimed she was addicted to drugs. Now, one very, very interesting point, friends, is that it has come from one of the viewers who is very, very interested in the case. So she has said that there were nail marks and other bruises on Samarth's body. So to hide that, or to get medical treatment for that, this man went absconding. So during that time when he was absconding, all those things would have been treated so that the police would not get proof that he had attacked, Trisha before her death. So this is something coming from one of the viewers, which I think is a very, very valid point. This boy was hiding for so many days because he wanted to hide his bruises if he had attacked and killed Trisha. Because you see, the girl went up to the terrace, to make a phone call. After that, what comes down is three men bringing the body down. The servant ran to bring the body down with the father and the son, and the lady, the mother-in-law, who was watching watching them bring her down, had absolutely no emotion in her face at all. So you can make out that this seems to be a very, very pre-planned murder, and also the kind of WhatsApp chats that are coming are hair-raising. I mean, I can't say it here unless we have proof, but the kind of questions that the mother-in-law has asked the daughter-in-law are ashamed. She should be ashamed. There are such cheap comments coming from her mother-in-law. So all these things, I'm sure, if the CBI is straight, and they're investigating in a straightforward manner, not like in SSR's case. If they're doing it in a straightforward manner, all these things need to come out. So now, let me just take a few comments. BJP government apathy in this case is a bit confusing. Ma'am Trisha was an educated lady also in the limelight, should have been brave, that she should have left that house when the atmosphere was not congenial. Trisha's mother-in-law goes on my nerves whenever I see those reels on Instagram. Such a shrewd lady. And you also see Dhanashree, she has no emotion. She looks so seasoned to whatever she's doing, which makes it even more frightening. And Lena says, so let's just take that comment. Trisha, yeah, we've taken that. There's a comment from Lena. Can you take that, Jadip? Why didn't her parents take her home when she asked them to take her? So now this is my advice to any parents, whether it is the son or the daughter-in-law, or the daughter. If these children complain to you, please take it seriously. Okay, your children are not stupid to call you for help. They are crying out for you to rescue them. So please take it seriously. Don't leave them in the hands of wolves. This is very, very important advice. They could be 10 years or they could be 40 or 50 years. If somebody who you're close to is crying for your help, go and help them. That is the best thing you could do. If you had done that, this lady would have still been alive.
Yeah, so I do hope that unlike the SSR case, the CBI does a proper investigation.
Jaidev, what is shocking is that this ex-judge, the mother-in-law, made so many phone calls, and all the crucial people, ex-judges, police people, CCTV experts. For what? I mean, if it was an accidental death, why is this lady getting so panicky? So all these are big, huge doubts. And if it is, she should be given death by hanging. Nothing else would suffice. Even the son, I would not say, is as evil as the mother. The mother is the brain child, of this whole thing. And she should be caught. How can a corrupt system function above the government, says Parag. So yes, one thing also, Parag, I would like to clear. It's very easy for us to sit back and say, corruption should leave India. What Modi ji is doing is a systematic cleansing of the country. And wherever there is a BJP government, he has, done what he has promised. He always says, no, Modi hai to guarantee hai. That is what he has done. Now, all these, states which has, Vijay, or it has, now, what do you call, I forget the chief minister's name for Kerala, Satish.
Satish.
If all these people continue to be there, we'll have to fight a lot to get corruption out. When an anchor asked that old lady why his son ran away, she gave nasty answers, ma'am. So yes, Sunita, I what the other viewer said, I'm doubting that, because see, what happens is they always want women, when you are attacked, make sure that you scratch the perpetrator. Why? Because then the skin comes under your nails, and that is proof for your, DNA of the man. So these are things that are important. So this man has gone to hide all that, with medical help. In fact, Trisha's husband was a drug. See, that could be also a possibility, because the mother-in-law is going around just, putting loose comments that this lady, Trisha, was a drug addict. From where did you get that proof? And anyway, when the second post-mortem was done, it would be clear whether she was taking drugs or not. Why do you have to talk about it? Isn't it? So when one woman maligns another woman, you understand how cruel and evil women can be to their own sex. You see? Yeah. Back to you, Jen.
Yeah, that's all the news for today, friends. And make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Jai
Thank
Hind
you.
and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.